So that's still not good. It didn't start off good at all. Oh no. That's way earlier than it was doing before. I love that. Road etiquette would be to let this person who's on my bum pass. So it's not quite where I would want it to be. I would have gotten back over there, and then it does it immediately. Okay, we're hitting the brakes again. All right, I just got an email from a facility saying something's broken and I got to come fix it. Of course, I can't get any more information out of them than that. So I'm on my way. I just finished installing 12.5.6.3. So I now have the hurry profiles. So if I click this, doesn't do anything. All right. So I'll figure this out as I go, but I've got an hour and 12 minutes to go 80 miles, and I'll get there at 52%. I left at 80%. Speeding up and down. Yeah, I've got the 44 max right there. Perfect. All right. So that proves that I got my update. I guess the software would prove that as well. Software. 12.5.6.3. I know I'm not looking at the road. I'm a terrible person. So I've got the new version, which is supposed to be end-to-end on the highway. So there's no more highway stack, city stack. It's all one thing. I'm really hoping that that means it's going to get out of the passing lane. That has been my biggest gripe since I got this car. It just sticks to the passing lane and it's not pretty. I should not make the max 44 and a 45. It should be 55. It's supposed to be 40%. I didn't look at any of the settings because it made it sound like this was a giant emergency. Yeah, and I've got a ways to go. Max speed offset, I think they said set it to 40%. I think that's what I saw. I haven't read anything. So I'm going to set it to 40% and pray that that works. FSD can contextually drive the speed limit and predict the predicted road speed to match the flow of traffic. This specifies the maximum speed is allowed to drive as a percentage offset applied to the speed limit of the road or the predicted road speed. So right now the speed limit is 45. It is doing 44. And it's set its own max to 63. So that's still not good. It didn't start off good at all. Oh no. I don't want it to go under the speed limit. I want it to go at or above. And there's no reason it can't. It can see, it's fine. I'm probably not going to show you this whole drive because it's already cloudy and dark. The sun is going to set in an hour and a half. So this is going to be useless. I'll probably be able to show you the entire way there, maybe. That's way earlier than it was doing before. I love that. So before it would wait till it was 0.1 miles away from the on-ramp, and then it would get over. That was 0.3 miles. That's impressive because it had the opening. And I've been saying that since I got the car too. You got the opening. You know the turn's coming up. You should take the opening. And this time it did. Now it is going slower than a lot of people around us. Like that gap in front of us is opening, was getting wider. These people were passing. Says it's in standard. Now I'm in hurry. All right. So that does still work. Okay. Because I was trying to do that earlier in the video and it wasn't working. But yes, you can do standard, chill, and hurry. So I wanted to get out of this lane ASAP. I don't expect it to now because if we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is super fast, we should pass this car. So no need to get behind them. So if I click this up once and then back down, well, no, it's set the max to 85, which is what the max the car will do is. But it's not trying to go any faster because we're doing under the speed limit. Model Y just did it, so I don't know why the car didn't. Now we're doing above the speed limit. Speed limit is 65 here. It'll be 70 at the end of this entrance ramp. I'm stupid excited for this. I feel like a kid that just got a new Christmas toy or something. I've been waiting for this since I got the car. So yeah, we're doing 70. It still thinks it's 65. There's a speed limit sign that said 70. Didn't see it on the screen. It didn't recognize the other one that said 70 as well. It still thinks it's 65. It is 70, in fact. So in the car's mind, it's doing 8 over the speed limit, 9 over the speed limit, which would in fact be hurrying, but in reality, it's only doing 4 over the speed limit. Which, as you can see, I'm getting past. There's a car right directly behind me. So now it's speeding up 66, or 76, sorry. I think that's because it's getting past, maybe? 78. I can respect it. I'm noticing little things that are quality of life improvements, is what I'll call them. Now it thinks it's 70. The max is probably still 85. And it's staying in this lane because it doesn't need to pass anybody. Not yet. So at this point, yep, that's what I thought, that it would probably want to pass. And it did it smoothly. Like, it slowed down from 81 to 80, but then it got over and went right back to 81. That's perfect. I didn't get any braking or anything like that. It just went over and passed. And now it's passing a couple of people. I don't know if it's going to get past this edge and then scoot back over, which is kind of what I would do. Or is it thinking that gap is too small? There's no one behind me, so I'm okay with this move. Pulling in front of this truck. I would like to know when it's going to get over. There's still no one behind me. And it still might think that that gap is too small. Like, get over, then 2 seconds later have to get back over to pass. I probably wouldn't have done it either. So there is a truck coming up. Now would be a good time to get over and let that, well, maybe not. See, it's hard for me to judge this. Will I pass the semi before the truck coming up behind me gets me? Well, he got over and slowed down. I guess he just sped up to pass the semi that we just passed. See emergency lights up ahead? I think they're on the other side of the highway, though. Nope, they're on this side. So I would want to get over. Yeah, I'm going to try to squeeze in because I don't think the car is going to do it. They're in the road and everything. Okay, how about this? We should get back over now. You really should get back over now. Again, there's a truck behind me. You can't see it on the screen. It's just behind that car that's going back there. So it's not a big, massive emergency, got to get over, get out of his way kind of thing, but he is back there. In fact, the car we just passed just got in front of the truck. So the car can judge distances probably faster than I can. Okay, slowing down here. Not sure why. I didn't see anything that would make me hit the brakes. We slowed, maybe it thought it was going too fast. I don't know. Because it slowed down to 78 and it stayed there. Nope, now we're going a little faster. Maybe it thought it couldn't get around that curve at 70 or 82, I think is what it was doing. Maybe I thought it was just going too fast for the curve. All right, now that truck is right behind me. So the car should get over and let him pass. And it does. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's exactly how I would have done it. Now there's a line of three cars, one motorcycle that are probably going to try to pass me. Nope. The truck is right there. He's passing real slow. I think the screen animation looks better too. After the motorcycle passes, we could dive back in, and it's going to. Fantastic. Now there's a car behind us. I would step on it a little bit. I think this animation looks better. I might be crazy. But after we pass this box truck, maybe we should get back over because there is another car right behind me. What do you think? Probably thinks this gap between us and the truck is not good enough. It can get back over here now. Um, Road etiquette would be to let this person who's on my bum pass and not worry about this truck. But I think we're all going the same speed. But I think this car behind me wants to go faster. I would have gotten out of its way. Okay, this truck gets over and gets out of the way. We stay at 81. The car behind me actually got into this lane. So it's no longer a I want to pass scenario. I do think the animation looks different. The trucks are like the shadows under the car. Maybe I'm crazy. They added some detail. Yeah, they're not just generic box cars. They have shadow and depth and everything now. That's crazy. All right, at this point, there's nobody up there. Let's get over there. Let's get over there. So it's not quite where I would want it to be, but I don't have to quite worry about what's going on behind me as much. All right, well, as soon as we pass this semi, okay, good deal. Because there's a truck behind us that wants to pass. The truck in front of us is pulling away. This was the correct move. I think the most impressive thing so far is even though the car is deciding which speed it should go versus the last version where it would just set a speed and go that speed as long as it could, as long as no one was in front of it going slower, I haven't wanted to step on the accelerator yet. I think that's great too. So far, I'd say this was a positive upgrade, at least as far as the highway goes. So that's going to be a thing that I have to get over is when someone passes me and then gets in front of me and then goes slower, that annoys the crap out of me. But at the same time, this car was going 78 when that truck passed, and now we're doing 82. So it's this car that's annoying me. Slight brakes right there. So what's going to happen now? Because they pulled out in front of us and made us decrease our speed by 1 mile per hour. Will it go back to the 82 after it can, or will it stay at 81? Like, does it have the memory of before this car forced me to slow down, I was doing this speed, and after it gets out of my way, I can go back to that speed, or will it stay 81 is good enough? Looks like it's going to say 81 is good enough. After we pass this SUV, I would have perfect. I would have gotten back over there, and then it does it immediately. Perfect. And that gap between the cars is much larger. So this is excellent. And I don't know if you guys have seen my previous videos, but I'm not a gushing all over FSD or anything, but this is what I've been waiting for. This is amazing. I've only driven it on the highway so far. We'll see what happens on the streets, on the city streets. But this is what I was looking for. I'm kind of disappointed that it sloughed off about 2 or 3 miles per hour while it came up on this van. But again, it gets over and it speeds up. Appropriate. This is beautiful. If we can do that much better with a from 12.5.4.1 is the last time I drove the car. I did get the upgrade from to 12.5.4.2, I think. I think that's what it was, but I never drove the car while it was in that mode. I got that on Thursday. I installed it Thursday night. I haven't driven the car since then. I was sitting at home working, and I got a notification. My car said, "Hey, there's an update." It's like, wow, I just got one on Thursday. It's now Monday, and I'm getting another one. That's crazy. So I installed it, and it said, "You have 12.5.6.3." It's like, sweet. Kind of glad I got to skip over a version, basically. But whatever. But I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this. Honestly, I would get in front of this semi based on the distance of that sedan in front of it. And the car agrees. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I guess the speed limit choice is a little bit of an issue because as soon as someone's not around to say, hey, you can go this speed, it starts to slow down. I am noticing that. So when we're in a pack of cars, we're doing 81, 82. But now that we're alone, like there's a few cars behind me, just got passed by that truck, but it's slowing down. It's doing 77 now. And if I scroll up on the wheel, it still says the max is 85. Yeah, let's see if we can see what's going on. There's a truck there. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a truck there and there's another truck behind us. That one's the same truck that we got passed by and then passed a while ago. So they're both on me now, and the car has sped up to 80. This truck that's in the opposite lane, the passing lane, was actually about to pass, and then the car sped up. So now he's back there stuck, and he's not exactly in a good position for when we get up to this sedan. I'm curious what the car will do, because he's left us enough room where we can get over and pass, but not if we don't speed up. 81. That's the correct thing to do. Or you can just slow down and chill out and let them pass. The way that truck is behaving, I would assume that he has his cruise control set. All of that is moot because now he's passing. Because we're slowing down. Got another truck that's passing. There's a pack of 3 cars behind him. Don't think we're going to do anything. Maybe this car doesn't have his speed or cruise control set because we slowed down and he did too. So as soon as this GMC passes, I can get over. Okay, car does it. This is great. This is great. Now that they're leaving us in the dust, we're speeding up. There's still a car behind us that we caught in front of. Yep, you can see him. That's the Silverado that passed us. We're going to pass them. It's the one that I claimed had their cruise control on. As soon as we pass this car, we should get over. Really? Slightly surprised. It showed the max speed up there, which makes me think the car wanted to adjust it even higher, but it's just not allowed to. Yeah, that car that we're not getting out of the wait for is right on my tail. It's been on my tail for a while. So this car moves. Do we speed up any, or are we going to get over behind them? No, we're not. Both of those are not the best behavior. You're just okay. Maybe it just slows up or slowly speeds up. I feel bad because there's a number of cars behind me. I can see at least 2. And then there's another pack of 4 or 5. Nope, there's 3 right behind me. So after we get past this Subaru, Maybe. No, probably not. I don't think that gap is big enough. But it would be great. Up to 83. I might force it to. No, it's doing it. Perfect. 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 That was longer than it should have been in this lane, in the fast lane, in the passing lane. It stayed there way longer than it should have. It should have gotten over way sooner. And let these three cars pass, and then you can get back over. 1, 2, and then this truck. Is that Silverado again? No, it's not. Okay, we're hitting the brakes again. All right, there's a car behind me wondering why I'm hitting the brakes. So I pushed it. It set itself up to the max. I didn't mean to go up to 85. I thought I stopped around 80, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that poor car is way back there now. I am going way faster. I don't know if he was on my bum because I was slowing down or what. Maybe I freaked him out for hitting the brakes for no reason. So it's still afraid of semis. Here's another test. I have to get off on exit 89. In previous versions, it waited a half a mile before the exit before it would get over into the appropriate lane. That's 0.8 miles, and the only reason it didn't before is because we just passed a truck. So that is probably better behavior too. That's going to take a lot of stress out of whoever's the driver in the car when FSD is engaged. So I wonder if the truck wasn't there, would the car have gotten over even earlier than this? And for the remainder of this, I believe we're going to be on a 55 mile an hour, 2-lane divided highway. I believe. And then, if I read the release notes correctly, that means that this hurry thing is still valid in that area. So I want to see how the car is going to react to that. Because in previous versions, 55 meant 35, 40, somewhere around there. That's what the car would want to do. I want to see if it's going to act decent, act more human-like, drive an appropriate speed. I also want to mention that the car did not throw me into that exit lane like it usually does. It was so gentle, I really forgot about it. So yay. So gentle. And it kept the blinker on because it knew it was getting all the way over. Nice. So it says the speed limit is 55. It's doing 82. I think the speed limit is 50 foot. No, it's not yet. Not for another 5 miles. It set its max to still 85. There's a car right behind us. So after this semi, will we get over? That's the question. That is the question. Yes, we do. So we got over to let this. It's a Honda behind us. But they decided to get behind us. So as soon as they got behind us, the car jumped right back into the passing lane. Let's see, 10%. Oh, no, I think it's 70. Okay. 10% of 55 is 5.5 times 4. 20% is 11. So 22, 44 miles? No, 22 miles per hour. So 55 plus 22 is 77. At a 40% offset, the max speed there should have been 77, but it was still 85. Let's do that again. The offset here, 40% of 70 is 28. 28 plus 70 is 98. So the 85 max speed would make sense. When you're 55, 11, 20, it's 22 miles. So the max speed should be 77 at 40%. Just getting over to take the exit, and it was, again, before half a mile. I think this upgrade so far is a positive. I'm not sure about this 40% offset, though. I'm going to have to watch that stuff. And I'm going to watch the exit, too, see if it throws me into it. No, so gentle. So gentle. That's the way it should be. So the speed limit is 55, and it's set its max to 77. My math is correct. Perfect. So maybe it knew it was still on the highway, and the speed limit was not actually 55, even though it displayed 55. So is my max now set to 70? It was. Okay, so 40% is 40%. 55 again. Max is 77. Perfect. Okay, so my math was right. The car's math is right. It was just that one section where it was on the highway and the speed limit was 70. It said its max to 85, but it showed a speed limit of 55. So it had to have known in the background that it was not 55. And it acted like it was not 55, but it got stuck displaying 55 for some reason. This is, I mean, I'd be doing 61, maybe 62 in a speed 55 mile an hour speed zone. So this 62, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is what I would be driving like if I was in control of the car. This is beautiful. I am so stupid happy right now. So far, there's been just a couple of negatives. Not very many. Let's see, the first thing, the emergency vehicles on the left side of the highway. I didn't think it was going to get over and give them room. So I did it myself, and that was preemptive. I didn't give the car a chance. It slammed on the brakes on the highway when it was trying to pass a semi on a curve. That was just like old behavior. Not cool. And then it's not getting out of the way of people on these highways. It technically doesn't have to. So that's not exactly a negative. The biggest negative I would say is slamming on the brakes with passing that semi on the highway. Positives. It is picking better speed limits to go. Actually, I think this is too fast, but people around me are doing that too. Me personally, I think that's too fast. Getting out of people's way on the highway was almost perfect. There were a couple of situations where I'd say, just get over there, let them pass, and then get back. I would have done that kind of move. That highway was a little busy for Michigan. It's not throwing me into the exit lanes anymore. It still gets over there kind of late, but it gets over gentler. There was one time I was drinking some juice and it slammed me into the exit, and man, I almost spilled all over myself. It wasn't pretty. I think this is a positive thing, and if version 13 is anything like the improvement from 14.541 to 14.563, and then you go up to 13 and it's even that much better, I would be impressed. I would be super impressed. I might actually, if we get there and it's that much better, I might actually pay the actual full amount for FSD instead of the monthly charge. Whatever. It's getting dark. I'm 7 minutes away from where I'm going. I'm going to cut it off here. See, that whole drive so far was 76 miles. I've got another 5 to go, so it's going to be 81. It took an hour and 4 minutes, another 7, so it'd be an hour and 11 minutes, which is a little faster than I predicted. I'm really impressed with the upgrade. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down below and I'll get to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Deuces. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that was delicious.